Hi, I'm James Richards from D3D4Football.com. I'm back at Crawley Town tonight to take a look at the Argyle. Ryan Lowe did superbly well with Bury last season, and he is back in League 2, this time with Plymouth. It's been a mixed start. They did very well on the first game of the season, beating Crewe 3-0, but since then they've only won one in the last 6. They've lost their last 3 away games and haven't won a game in the last 3. So they're taking on a Crawley side tonight here at the People's Pension Stadium, who have not lost in 4 games. Gabriele Cioffi's revolution continues, and we're going to cover it for you tonight on D3D4 Football. Hope you enjoy it. Hi guys, I'm standing here with Plymouth fans Joe and Greg. It's been an up and down season already for you, hasn't it? You haven't won in, is it 3 now?
Yeah.
So it's 3 on the road in a row. How are you feeling about coming to Crawley tonight, who are unbeaten in 4?
Confident.
Confident. We're going to make changes, going to really go for it tonight.
The football's been good though, hasn't it? Generally.
Yeah. Football's been improving on last time.
Ryan Lowe, you confident with his tactics?
Yeah. It's going to come together and things are going to click, like click tonight.
Which players in particular, starting with you sir, have impressed you the most?
Mayer, obviously.
Very good player, yeah.
Dom Telford up front, he's very fast.
Do you think he'll start tonight? He's been out with hamstring.
I don't know, I haven't checked the team actually, but yeah, he's been out.
I'm hoping Telford will come in and hopefully make a difference this time. So.
Defensively, 9 goals conceded. Will Aimson, is it time for him to get some league minutes?
Absolutely, yeah. I think that's the final piece. He's been injured, not really come on very much, so it's time for him to come on.
And finally, your score predictions. I'll start with you.
I think it's closer than we think. It's probably 2-1 to our goal.
2-1. I can draw in the first half and then we'll smash it in the second half, I reckon. Yeah, 2-1.
Smash it 2-1.
Yeah, smash it 2-1.
Smash it. Okay, so
2-1. The winner's a win. 3 points. 3 points.
Plymouth fans, thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate it.
Baxter, 16 Joel Grant, 17 Byron Moore, 21 Callum McFadden, 25 Josh Grant. Subsequent playing tonight, number 1 Mark Cooper.
Hi guys, so I'm here at Crawley Town's, what do you call it, the Devil's Den?
Yeah, the Devil's Den. Yeah.
So it's a fan zone for kids, so when kids get a bit bored with the football, they can come in here. They've got, I mean, if I look at this, they've got FIFA on the screens, they've got table football. I mean, this is a bit old school, it's something I used to play as a kid, but I'm here with Nathan who watches over all this, and tell us a little bit about your job.
So basically what I do is essentially, there's a lot of kids that come in here during the game. For example, they're on the game, come in here and play with FIFA, or before the game, come in here and play with FIFA. Obviously play a bit of table football, and obviously like, I remember when I was a kid, I used to come to games, and I think there was once every other season there'd be like a little van that come in, with like an EA FIFA game, and I'd always go straight there. And obviously now, the whole game, come in and play, so.
Do you find parents love it because it gives their kids something to do and gets them to the ground?
So there's a lot of parents that come in here and they're having a lot of them keep in, they just do whatever they want with it. So
it's a good system, and I have to applaud it. It's a brilliant club, this very family feel to it, and it's things like this that make a real difference to supporters. Perhaps the club don't even realise how important it is, but I can tell you, bringing my kids here one evening to see the it was the cup game, wasn't it? Against Norwich. That's it. Sorry, I can't believe I forgot it. It's against Norwich, of course. Brought my kids here, and yeah, it was a great place for them to come and get a bit of chill out time. So really good work, Crawley Town. So the team news is in. It's Bloomfield in for Palmer for Crawley. Will Aimson will get his first start of the season for Plymouth. They bring Grant and Gaz back into the team as well. It's going to be an interesting match to see how this team does. I'm going to say it's going to be a draw. Maybe that's a little bit sitting on the fence, but you look at the home form and the recent form of Crawley, and you just look at the quality in the Plymouth side, you feel that it's going to be a fairly even game here. But the players will be out shortly. Take a look at that playing surface. Plenty of away fans here as well. You've got to say there's at least 400 or 500 maybe from Plymouth come all the way over here from Devon, so fair play to them. And I look forward to a really good game tonight.
Joe Edwards, 10 Danny Mayer, 14 Jose Baxter, 16 Joel Grant, 17 Byron Moore, 21 Callum McFadden, 25 Josh Grant.
1-0 to Crawley already. Rhys Cox has given them the goal. I have to say it's been a fairly even game so far, but you have to be impressed with the start that Crawley have made here against the Plymouth side, full of talented players that were promoted last season. 1-0 Crawley. Right, hi guys, really good spell this at the moment for Plymouth. Morris in goal has made a couple of really good saves and top draw. You can see this is the kind of football that Ryan Lowe wants them to play, and at the moment they're doing it in some style. Have to say, it's been a good game so far. Both teams playing good football. I think Crawley's just off the pace a little bit at the moment, and it's allowing Plymouth some time to play down both sides, in fact. And Byron Moore looks particularly dangerous at the minute, but at the moment it's still 1-0 Crawley. Alright guys, we have a free kick here in Beslabala territory. This guy has scored 6 goals in 8 league games so far, 7 in 9 in total. Let's have a look and see how he does.
I saw it pretty good here. The ball took the
Free kick came to nothing, straight into the wall unfortunately, but it's good to see Crawley get up that end of the pitch. They've been under pressure for the last sort of 10 minutes or so. Byron Moore, as I said, has been absolutely excellent. He's got a lot of pace, he's been getting in behind, but you have to say the Crawley defence has dealt with it really well so far, and they still lead 1-0, that's the important thing. Right, it's half time here at the People's Pension Stadium, 1-0 to Crawley. I have to say they're fortunate to be in front. They started very well on the front foot, but I have to say Plymouth came back into the game. They're playing their usual 3 at the back system with the wing backs. Danny Mayer has cut a frustrated figure so far, had a couple of chances but missed them. As always, Crawley's goalkeeper has been superb. He's made 2 or 3 really good saves. I've been very impressed with Stendals White, the new centre-back who came in from Torquay for Crawley. And at the moment, you have to say that unless they change something, they can't contain Plymouth for the second half. It's 1-0 at half-time to Crawley, but I have to say Plymouth have played very, very well, and they look like they will score if it continues as it is. Right, hi guys, I'm standing here with a Plymouth fan, Kieran, who's just seen his team pretty much dominate the last sort of 10-15 minutes of that second half. Just not scoring goals though.
No, I know it's frustrating. We've got so much possession, you just can't seem to hit the target. It seems a bit of a running theme in the play. You seem to concede a lot of set piece goals and you just can't seem to finish things off. So it's been really frustrating, but hoping the second half they come out and try to get some on target and really have a go with it.
It's changed the team up a bit tonight. Byron Moore playing up front with Grant. Is that,
I think Grant's very good at holding the ball. Obviously Byron Moore's got a bit of pace, so they obviously work out quite well for each other. But I think obviously a lot of times, sometimes it's got to go over the top. You know, a lot of this division, you're going to get a lot of physicality, a lot of people trying to push you back, and as you see the way we play it from the back. So the fact, obviously, sometimes people get pressed when you go wrong sometimes.
It seems outrageous that a League 2 team can have Jose Baxter and Danny Mayer in the same team. It's like hugging all the quality, you know?
I was saying to my friends, I was saying they're not Plymouth fans, but I'm a Plymouth fan. I said how good Danny Mayer and Jose Baxter actually is. And it's just, you know, with Baxter, he does control things. It's amazing to watch, but it's just to get the results really. You know, we're favourites for the title at the start of the season. It's not good.
Conceded, that's your 10th goal you conceded. Your defence has looked a little shaky. Will Adelson coming in for his first start tonight?
We had the first 4 games we didn't concede a goal, and then I think the last 7 goals have been set pieces, and obviously you saw the goal there, it was a bit of a flick and it just rolled into the corner. I think it's just been a bit of sloppy goals really, and I'm hoping they sort of eradicate that and we have a real good season. So
I'm confident you will. Ryan Lowe, I hope to speak to him later, but he's a good manager, he's got a good team here, and if you can get your chances converted into goals, it's going to be a good night. What do you make of Crawley quickly?
I think I saw some stat earlier. I think the last 2 wins they've won 1-0. I think obviously by the looks of it, just like some games. I think the referee seems a bit number 12's in a couple dodgy tackles, which I think probably could have been a yellow card. They're very hard working. I think number 7's a very good player, quick and skillful. But I think they're probably holding to this 1-0 lead and defend for their lives really. So
we'll see. Players coming out for the second half, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. Thanks very much for talking to me. Football. Plymouth players back out for the second half, been sent out a bit early. You do feel the way they're knocking on the door that they should score a goal in this second half. They've deserved to, but Glenn Morris is just a fantastic goalkeeper. He's made 3 really good stops, and the centre backs tonight, Stendals White and Taliesin, have been excellent for Crawley. Second half coming up, 1-0 to Crawley as it stands. We have a substitution early in the second half. Crawley are bringing on Ollie Palmer. You can see why they need someone to hold the ball up, because at the moment Plymouth are dominating the game. Another Glenn Morris save early in the second half has kept them in it. It's currently 1-0 still to Crawley, but Ollie Palmer will be coming on shortly, and hopefully that will have the effect of having the ball held up a bit more for the home side. Right, Plymouth have equalised. No surprise at all. They've been dominant in this second half. And to be honest, they look like the team at the moment most likely to go on and win this. Crawley need to push up a bit more. They're letting them have too much of the ball. They're sitting back far too deep and they haven't got any width when going forward. Plymouth really taking advantage as it stands. Keeping possession, knocking the ball wide, and their wing backs are bringing the ball into play more and more. At the moment, it's 1-1. Whether it stays that way remains to be seen. Well, there you go. It's 2-1 to Plymouth. Thoroughly deserved. All over Crawley at the moment. Have to be said that I don't think Crawley have really touched the ball in the last 10-15 minutes. It's been one-way traffic. Balls coming into the box over and over. I didn't quite see who scored that one, but it was a lovely flowing move. Started down on the left-hand touchline. The ball was played eloquently all the way across the other side of the pitch. Cross came in, and a thumping finish. As I said, I didn't see who scored it, but we'll find out shortly. But at the moment, it's 2-1 to Plymouth, and Crawley need to change something big time if they're going to get back into this. Right, it's a penalty to Crawley. I can say it this time. A penalty won by Grego Cox, and it's going to be Ollie Palmer to take it for the Reds. If they get back in this for a penalty, I mean, they've started coming back. They've been trying and having a go in this second half since they went 2-1 down. But this will be a bit of luck, to be honest, a bit of stroke of luck, because they've been outplayed in this second half. It's going to be Ollie Palmer to take the penalty. Scores 2-2. Right, the game is finished 2-2. I think Crawley will be very, very happy with that result. The second half was all Plymouth. They got themselves back in the game, scored two very high-class goals, and in the end it was a penalty won by Grego Cox and converted by Ollie Palmer that got the point for Crawley. Again, compared to last season, you've got to say they've improved a huge amount, and these two sides will be interested to see where they finish come the end of the season. But at the moment, I think going home tonight, Gabriel Choppy's side will be the happier of the two. It's finished 2-2 here at the People's Pension Stadium.
Well, what a great performance. It's just a shame you only took a point from it, I think.
Yeah. Do you know what? Gutted for the boys there, because you know when they find themselves 2-1, I think the performance was outstanding. You're not getting knocked when you perform like that. You come here and dominate a team that are going really well, scoring goals, keep a clean sheet. I think when we conceded 2 goals alone, we just put 2 past them. You want the 3 points, aren't you? But you know, look, before the game, you think you've lost your last away game, and you want to pick up points along the way. And coming to Crawley is a good point. But when you've nearly got 3, you're a bit gutted. But I'm more gutted for the boys because the performance, the instructions, everything they put on for us to put on display today for us. They've listened to, they've learned, they took constructive criticism from the weekend, and they took it on board. And disappointed for them really, because they put a lot in mentally. Physically.
A lot of people said before the game who've watched League 2 this season that this would be your biggest test, and you passed it with flying colours if that was the case.
Really? Who said that?
A few people who know better than I do.
Well, again, we don't look at one team and another team wherever they are in the league. We respect every team, and we respect Crawley. We knew what we're about. We watched the videos, and everything we've had to do to get a point. We nearly got 3. We've done, and nearly got it. But you have to respect opposition teams. You have to respect Crawley, because, as I said, they're going well. They're flying high in the league. They're doing considerably well. And we know there's never going to be no pushover. When you can see it early in the first couple of minutes, I thought there was only one team that was going to win it. Without being disrespectful to Crawley, we could have scored 4 or 5 goals today.
You could have done. Gogo was a man of the match, I think, which always tells a bit.
We saved that one from Will. God. But it does tell a tale. And look at. I'll always say about my teams, we'll come in for some criticism at times, like we have, and that's fine. But we are going to stick to the principles. We are going to stick to the style of play, and we can't get too carried away, like I've said. And we're on 12 points, yeah, I would like to be on 15 or at least 14 or even 16 if you like, if you count the games with. But we're not, and we know there's a lot of work to be done. And one thing I can say is, you know, I was quoted saying that unless they start listening, they won't play. Well, they're listening because they've got no option to listen. And that's only small details, you know, we're being a bit constructive in there, you know, Fads has gone from 0 to 0 within the space, but you can't knock the boy, he's eager to do well, he's got in there, he's got an assist, and then he's gone up the other end with just being caught a little bit, and is it harsh, the penalty? Yeah, possibly, and then the lad's tangled his legs with him, but you know, you're giving the referee a decision to make in them circumstances, and it's tough, we know that, but you know, one thing I can say about the lads today is they've given us everything.
Hi, James from D3D4 Football, standing here with Gabriele Cioffi. Gabriele, that was probably the toughest test you've had this season. They're a very good side.
Yeah, the toughest was the first game against Carlisle, and we keep going to have toughest game. Of course, today was a difficult game for a lot of reasons, because they had a bad run of 3-4 games, and today was an all-in game for them. So I'm proud of what my boys have done.
They played very well, sort of, you came out well, and I thought you matched them very well in the first half until sort of they got back in it and started pushing you back a little bit. When Ollie Palmer came on, you went with 2 up front. Did you think that worked?
I think work in general, the first 25 minutes were brilliant. The first 25 minutes we scored, I think we deserved to score. And then for a lot of reasons we ran out of the game.
Yeah.
And we are going to understand why, we know, but we are going to work and to understand because we want our player aware of what is going on. I think in the second half we played very well. We were a bit naive, and yes, I think this squad can play 4-4-2, 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3.
Yeah.
When you have the right mentality, the team setting are just numbers. So, and we believe that the number make not the difference. Brave, hard, and personality can make the difference in a season.
When you look at the quality that Plymouth had available to them, a lot of these guys were promoted last season with Berry. Their manager was promoted last season with that club. This is a good point, really, in the end, because you were 2-1 down going into the last few stages, and you've come out with another good result.
Yes, a good result. As I said, it was an all-in game for them. So after the bad run, if they were losing also today, a team that have to win, we want to win, because we want to reach the 50 point, but if you have to win, you have to manage different pressure. And today they showed that there will be a squad that will compete to win the league, and we are proud of what we have done.
Yeah, it's a very good result, very good performance.
Yes.
Greg O'Cox, he's still very exciting, isn't he?
Yes, he's a Mustang. You know, the horse is a Mustang. He likes to run, he likes to play football, and you can see in the way he plays, he enjoy the game, and he's an important player for us. As everyone, we have a deep squad, and we believe everyone on this.
Sendles White has come in, and he's done really well, considering that he has been out injured for some time prior. 2 games I saw him against Portsmouth, and I've seen him tonight. I think he's done really well.
Really well, and we gamble on him, but for us wasn't a gamble, because we believe his anger, we believe the way he acted during the session. He was with us 3 weeks, and you could feel that his desire and passion to back in the game. So I think we want this player. We are proud of this kind of player, because are the one that will guarantee to us the permanence in the league.
So 5 unbeaten, well done. That's another good result for you tonight.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much.